Today, we get to talk with a game changing coach who's up as a finalist for the Dave Campbell Texas Football and Ballogy Game Changing Coach Award. And we're going to talk all about what makes him a leader of men, building leaders for tomorrow, and a game changer. All that and more today on the Ballogy Elevate Your Game podcast. And welcome back to the Ballogy Elevate Your Game podcast. Today, a quality gentleman and quality coach, Coach James Reyes, the Palestine Wildcats. Coach, thanks for taking time today.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me.
Absolutely, Coach. And listen, the reason we're visiting is you are a finalist for the Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Ballogy Game Changing Coach Award. And we want to say congratulations, and we're going to talk about that today.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Super excited about this opportunity.
For sure. And Coach, because you are a leader of young men and teaching them the life skills to be successful after football, that's what this award is about. You're a game-changing coach for life. And so let's talk about what the role of football, how it plays into teaching young men about life.
Yeah, it's really good because it's a team setting. You learn a lot of things about each other, and the kids have to learn that throughout life as well. Anything you jump into, business wise or in education, anything, you have to build a team, and it's a team setting. You have to have everybody pull in the right direction for, your business to be successful. It can't be individually. And so we speak on that a lot and talk to our kids about that a lot. And so, of course, we have a leadership council as well. That we build of our anywhere between 12 and 14 kids that our kids get to vote on during the spring. And we try to teach those kids leadership qualities, which in return, they turn around and try to help out our younger kids and kids throughout our athletic department, some leadership qualities that they've been taught.
Man, what a great idea. I like the leadership council and giving kids that authority and that autonomy and ownership. So great job there. What are some core values, or is there a motto for the year? But what do you guys have in your program as far as core values?
A big one for us is belief in our system, of belief in yourself and what you're doing. If you don't believe in what's going on and what you're doing, as a human and as a young man, things aren't going to go well. But you got to believe in your ability and believe in, when we're lifting weights, believe in working hard in the weight room, believe in when you're on the football field or on the courts, that you got to believe in your coaches and your teammates and yourself is a big one for us. Discipline. And, when people sometimes talk about discipline, a lot of times they think about running gassers and things like that. We're just trying to be a disciplined person, doing the right thing week in and week out, day in and day out. Our kids know right from wrong, and we want to do right all the time. And another one for us is building relationships. We want to build relationships with everybody, not just our coaches to kids, but kids to kids and kids to coaches. And so those are the three, I would say, big things that we talk about. And the last one's probably growth. And it's growth everywhere, growth in the classroom, growth on the field, on the court. But, being better today than you were yesterday is a big thing for us. So those four are big core values that we teach our kids. And they all know that we talk about those each and every day.
Yeah, that's great stuff. And so we're talking accountability and dealing with mistakes. How do y'all deal with mistakes in the practice or in the game and teach accountability?
Yeah, one thing I've never been a big fan of when a kid makes a mistake is take that kid out right away. We're going to make mistakes. We talk about that all the time. For us, there's only one perfect man, and there's not going to ever be another one. And so we all make mistakes. Coach Reyes makes mistakes calling plays. Defensive coordinator makes mistakes calling plays. We just try to do our best to put the kids in the right positions to be successful. And kids know that when we make mistakes, we're going to make them full speed. And once we're done with a play or we're done with a series, when the kid comes off, that's where we're going to correct those mistakes so we don't make those mistakes again.
Man, great answer. What a great application for life in any management of people. That would be great for the world to do. So I want to brag on you and your program. Being in East Texas myself, an athletic director, knowing about you and your program and hearing how you lead your coaches and your players, you're doing it right, Coach, and the little things matter. And so, I appreciate you. And this award is about doing things right, the little things. So let's talk about your players 10 years from now. What would they say about playing for Coach Reyes?
Man, I hope 10 years from now they know that we cared for them. We tell them we love them every day, and that we're trying to make them better people in society, great husbands, fathers, and just good all around people in our communities. And so, 10 years from now, I hope they come back and say, one big just thank you, for making me who we are, who I am. So a lot of our kids in this area, some of them don't have a mother or a father that's teaching them the life lessons that they need, and a lot of them do. And so as a coach, that's what we have to do. Sometimes as a coach, we're also their mothers and fathers, try to steer them in the right direction. And we try to do that each and every day. And that's tell them we love them and pat them on the back. And some of them have great days every day. Some of them don't have a good day every day. And we just try to see what we can do to uplift them, to move them forward, to have a great day every day.
For sure, Coach. And we spend a lot of time, more time with our athletes than we do our own families at some
That's
point.
right.
So great point on the parenting. I want to brag on your community, or I want you to. Palestine is a great place, and I want you to brag on the city and the school.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, we have one of the best superintendents in the state of Texas, and Jason Marshall. Been here for 14 years, I think. Great school board, great staff. His cabinet is great. But, without those guys, you can't be successful. We've seen it year in and year out, different places. You got to have a great superintendent, and you got to have a great board, and you got to get great people around them. And they do a great job for us and giving us the resources to be successful and for our kids to be successful. And then, the community's great. We have great kids. Our kids are great kids. They come from great homes. And so, with that, I've been able to hire great football coaches and, also great athletic department, from our volleyball coach all the way down, and so we're excited about where we are, trying to build something special here. Moving forward, this is going to be year 2 for me here at Palestine. Coach Angel was here before me and did a great job. So I'm just trying to push that legacy forward and do great things by kids.
And I like that. And you acknowledge, the female side of athletics in your school, and you're seeing growth in all your sports. And I just really appreciate that as a leader. What does success mean to you personally?
I really think success for us is number one, kids academically are doing well, and leaving here a better person than when they got here. It's success. And then, you touched on earlier, what are kids going to say about Coach Reyes 10 years from now? I think that success is when a kid comes back and has been successful outside of where we are in athletics. Just outside being a great team member with whatever they're doing, that they've learned life lessons from us that we taught them that maybe we didn't know we taught them, and so that to me is success. It's not all about winning and losing on the field. Although all of us want to win football games and basketball games and softball and volleyball and baseball. But at the end of the day, if our kids are graduating, going to college, or trade school, and getting out there in the community and being successful in the community, I think that's as successful as we can be.
Yeah, it's a great answer. Only one is going to win it all in each classification and division, but there are quite a few that are successful. And so, great answer there. So, Coach, at Ballogy, we are committed to player development. That's the premise of our app. Uh, Great players who are developed in their skills make great teams, and great teams win. And you know what? They make us coaches great. Let's be honest. Those teams make coaches. So, uh, part of this award is the leadership of you from your office to your football team throughout your school and your community. You've done a great job of that. We want to commend you and thank you for what you do, and know that you are already a finalist for this award. And then yet there's going to be voting throughout the season for the big overall award of the one in the state of Texas, the one Dave Campbell Texas football Ballogy game changer. And so we got to get Palestine rallied. We got to get the Palestine Nation, Wildcat Nation voting, and get you guys hyped up to get Coach Reyes that award.
Yes, sir. We again, we appreciate the opportunity. I'm fired up about this opportunity. Of course, I have to say that my mentor was my father, and he did it for 44 years. And I learned from some really good ones about how to mentor and deal with young adults. And this being a finalist for this just shows that one, I was raised right, and that I was taught by some pretty good ones.
Man, I love that you give that credit to your dad and to other coaches that have influenced you. On that note, do you have any advice for a young coach, whether in your system or across the state? Coach, this is how you become a game changer coach.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is I would say a couple things. Number one, networking and getting out there and being good with all staffs, and getting out there. And I pride myself in networking and getting information from different coaches. That's a big thing to me. And number two is just doing things the right way. Doing everything the right way by kids, by coaches, mentoring the young coaches. And I would say to tell a young coach, gravitate towards a guy who's doing things the right way. Not all about winning or losing again, but doing things right by our young athletes and our kids in the athletic department and outside of school as well.
Man, you're never going to go wrong doing things the right way. And you
Yes,
are at Palestine High School. Coach, congratulations again on being a finalist as a game-changing coach for the Dave Campbell Texas Football and Ballogy Game Changer Award. We are going to be watching you and supporting you and pulling for the Wildcats. And again, let's get that community really fired up, and let's get voting for Coach Reyes for the game-changing award.
Hey, thank you guys a lot. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely, Coach. Have a great season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.